Good morning. So today's day 2, semi and grand finals. It's 9:15 a.m. Rev and Z Crimlet already finished their breakfast like 1 hour ago. So me and Jaggy haven't eat yet. So I'll probably eat breakfast solo. Again, I still have no idea what to eat for breakfast. Probably the same thing again, I don't know. And yeah, I'll try to take a dip in the swimming pool today, hopefully. But yeah, the call time, it's the same as yesterday. So we have to get lunch like around noon, like 12:30ish or something like that. So I'm very excited. This will be a chill day, unlike yesterday. Like, yeah, facing against Jaggy again. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm kind of nervous for the bands that he'll go to, because yeah, I think he already knew my comfort pick, which is Shenhe SC and Mona NEC. So if he banned those two decks, and if I'm gonna play Bin and Agent EC, I'll probably just gonna lose, because those two decks are hard to pilot. So for me, of course, I'll definitely ban his combo deck, because he'll likely not gonna ban my stall deck. So yeah, it's obvious. Because I think we're gonna ban each other some sauce, like our sauce decks or our secret weapons. We'll see what happens later. For lunch, hopefully we'll get lunch together with Leah and Blip. If not, that's fine. We'll probably I don't know. We'll probably have Madam Kwan again, or Sushike. Probably Madam Kwan, yeah. I don't know. I'll try to take you swimming. If not, I'll just update you guys. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Alright, I just finished taking a bath and everything, so it's time for me to get lunch by myself. The group already went ahead to get lunch because I extended my time, relaxing and stuff. So yeah, I'll guess I'll get a burger from the Burger King again. Then I'll probably gonna eat at the venue during check-in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for day 2 of this Prince Cup tournament. My name is Leah, aka Windflower Leah.
And I'm Blep at Blep the Cat, Professor of Invocation Academy on YouTube. And before we get into the TCG action, that was an amazing musical performance.
It was so beautiful. My favorite OSTs were being played. The musicians were amazing.
Yeah, that introduction song, the Genshin theme, really took me back to the first day, 3 years ago now almost, that I opened up and started playing Genshin Impact. And I couldn't have imagined that that journey would bring me here in Malaysia.
I know. It's been such a long journey for us, and we
Really
never
has.
expected to have the opportunity to be casting for a tournament this big. It's really awesome to be here in the Sunway Pyramid. You know, there's mall goers in front of us, and players can be playing behind us. But we're about to get into a recap of what happened yesterday, so you'll see it on your screen really quickly. So this was our first best of 3 between Arc and Kwa. Of course, Arc taking the first best of 3, 2-0.
Yeah, and a very surprising finish. I think he was also surprised as we being able to clutch that game right at the end there with 3 extra dice with official skill.
Yeah, pretty standard decks here. We have Agent EC into Pyro Kaching, Arc taking the win here, of course.
2-0.
Look how happy he is. And here's our second game. Oh, this is second best of 3 actually. So Kong versus Inzaghi here.
And Inzaghi going, really taking the first loss here is a very big mental hurdle, but, you know, sticking with the same deck again, able to overcome and kind of reverse sweep 2-1.
And that's kind of what he said in his interview, right? He knew he was going to win those last 2 games.
Well, he felt confident at the very least. You never know with Genius Invocation, you know, sometimes the dice and cards don't favor you, and I think definitely in this case did not favor Kong in the last 2 matches, but obviously very relieved. It takes a lot to get to the top 4.
Definitely, and this was our third best of 3 between Darian and Rev. Of course, Rev taking it 2-0, I believe again. So,
very calm.
Very interesting deck here with Chi-Chi, Ocean, and Shangling. I hope we can see it today.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully no pressure, but, you know, Rev, one of the calmest players, you know, very expressionless and methodical as he takes out his opponents. But again, a convincing 2-0 win against his opponent.
His heart rate normally, like, it started very low. It was at about like 75 or something.
Yeah.
It did go up over time. You can see the heart rates on the screen here. You'll see them later during the semifinals. But yeah, he was just going with the vibes, as he said.
Look at that. Look how slowly he takes off his headset there.
And this is our last best of 3 between Z Krimlet and Ian Radton. Of course, Z Krimlet taking this one. So
yeah, I think one of the favorites of the tournament as well. One of the players with the most extensive tournament history that we are familiar with.
yes,
and again,
he's been playing since the Alphas and Cassiel's Gathering. So
yeah, definitely a very convincing finish as well. Taking the first game in a very flourishing finish. Definitely, if you have a chance to go back, watch that first game in that best of 3.
Yes, and so I mean, seeing these 4 players participate today, I'm really excited, you know, having went through all those best of 3s yesterday in the quarterfinals. You know, Rev and Z Krimlet are kind of opposites here because, you know, Z Krimlet had his heart rate like 160 the entire time. His hands were like shaking, but Rev is just totally calm, you know.
Yeah, and we definitely have a very exciting match first up as well in our best of 3 between Arc and Inzaghi, which is a bit of a rematch. And we'll definitely get to more of the players and their personalities and their backgrounds a little bit more as we head more into our matches. We have a lot of TCG to bring you guys today. You know, day 1 was very action-packed. If you missed it, definitely check out the live stream. But day 2 is gonna be better, I think.
But before that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring you top 4 winner with us right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to give out to the first one, the top finalists here. Let's welcome Arc.
Inzaghi and Z Krimlet, I'm coming for you this time.
Inzaghi.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoy the show.
Rave.
To my competitors, please go easy on me.
And last but not least, Z Krimlet.
I wish I could win this tournament.
These are the top 4 for today's tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause.
We have an amazing top 4, and I'm so excited.
We really
to
do
get
have an amazing top 4. I know some of these players have really been looking forward to facing each other. So
Yes. There's some, I guess, grudges, I guess, to be figured out here. But, you know, one of the cool things about that, you know, these top 4 players do actually know and play with each other. You know, we're really at a stage of Genius Invocation where people start to form these almost like semi-professional teams. You see it sometimes in esports, and they're able to test and play together and really improve significantly more than anyone playing individually. You know?
Yeah, a lot of the decks that are in the meta right now kind of come from these groups that have formed in the community. They all play with each other, so they have played the decks that have the highest win rate against each other and also against random opponents, and they've kind of fine-tuned them. So
yeah, and I think it's really going to show like just how much strategy and skill is involved. And, I think something like Genius Vacation is very obvious to focus on the random elements, the cards you draw, the dice you roll, sometimes they do and don't go your way. But there is a lot of skill to the game.
Yes.
And the fact that, we have consistent players who are consistently coming at high ranks into these tournaments, and this top 4 right here behind us at the Summer Pyramid really goes to show the difference that skill does make in something like this.
And here we have our bracket. So to summarize, we played our quarterfinals yesterday. The Sunway Pyramid are going 2-0 against Hua, Izaki going 2-1 against Hong, Rev going 2-0 against Diarin, and Z Krimlet going 2-0 against Ian Ratan. So today, you can see Arc versus Izaki will be our first best of 3 in the semifinal match, and then our second best of 3 will be Rev versus Z Krimlet. And then the winner of those 2 sets will go on to the grand final today, where we will decide the final winner of the Prince Cup Genius Invocation Tournament here at Sunway Pyramid. Arc will be our first player in this first best of 3. Of course, his most used character cards is Raiden, Shenhe, and Chongyun, which is Shenhe, SC, Superconduct.
I tried to catch a quote from the players in the interviews after their best of 3s last night. For Arc, the kind of thing that's something like he's got victory surprisingly. One of the things that came out during it's a good thing. One of the things that came out during his play interview is that he had very good results before in previous patches, but he's been a bit of a rut. I think lately, not having a lot of top performances, but managing to have a very rocky entry even into the top 8, and then now getting into the top 4. Like, he must be feeling really good.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, he's up against Izaki, and we know that he's been really looking forward to this. It's kind of a thing going on between them.
We'll get to that in a second.
Like a rematch. And here we have our second player intro, Inzaghi. Oh, this beautiful Yoimiya Child Pendant Vaporized deck. 83% win rate. He did lose one game yesterday. You see that match history, Shenhe, SC, and then all of this Vaporized deck. This is a deck that we're kind of unfamiliar with, but we kind of figured it out along the way. He built this to counter many of the current meta decks. It's a combo deck. The support cards matter a lot.
And here we go. We're gonna see the back.
Oh, it's banned. I was wondering if it would get banned. So Bin and the child Yoimiya Vape deck are banned for Inzaghi. Arc is not letting him play that special deck. As for Arc, it looks like Agent EC and Pyro Kaching were banned. So both players are left with MNEC, which is Mona Nahida Electrocharge, Shenhe, SC, and then Arc has Bin, while Inzaghi has Agent EC. Well, Inzaghi seemed very confident yesterday, but his deck was banned today, a special deck. So
yeah, I see him laughing over there. I wonder if he's laughing to himself, knowing that he may have Arc may have got him a little bit, banning one of the decks that he really enjoys and is good at playing. So we'll see if Arc can use that to his advantage. Chance of knowing exactly, even though we don't see the deck list, he probably knows with pretty high certainty what cards are in those decks and what he needs to play around. But Arc banning the one deck that's kind of a bit of an outlier is not going to give an advantage.
And we got a thumbs up from Inzaghi, so I believe we're going into our first match here.
They're like identical.
Wait. Okay,
Almost.
Send off is really good into Shenhe SC because you send away her burst as soon as she uses it.
Yeah, Send Off is definitely one of the key cards to look for in this mirror matchup. It can create a huge advantage, especially if your opponent...
Oh, there's a Leo's there! Let's see.
Yeah, Send Off can really matter if your opponent decides to go for the Shenhe burst line, but looks like Inzaghi's going to put this back. This is what I was saying with the mirror matchup. It's very interesting because the games can play out very differently. So a card like Send Off that would normally be good against Shenhe Superconduct won't be as good in the mirror matchup because the lines are a little bit different.
Ender start where you swap to wait.
No, this is what we saw in the previous mirror matchup where if you have an Adeptus in hand, setting up Raiden for that burst right away, we're going to see the Adeptus burst. Almost certainly the Gambler's a good here as well.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, Arc is doing the math, figuring out if Gambler's is going to make a difference.
Yep,
I think it will. Because this will put him back up to 3 dice, which will give him enough Aliben. We're probably going to see Aliben pass at the end of this turn, especially with Shenhe down. Could be a very big deal. So we'll see.
Jockey being able to do...
Yeah.
With Shenhe SC, the title of the game.
Critical moment here, not playing around the I haven't lost yet from the other side. Survive this turn. But with your opponent at 6 dice, it's just...
Here we go, and Chongyun falls to Raiden's first. The first game of this semi-final best of 3 goes to Inzaghi in this mirror matchup.
Yeah, and even though it looked really dominating with their Raiden on 9 health versus the 0, that game was actually on a razor's edge. Because again, if that send-off had happened in round 2,
Here we see the post-match breakdown for this first game. Inzaghi taking the victory in this mirror matchup. Shenhe SC Chongyun doing 20 damage total that game and getting 2 kills. Raiden securing 1 more kill with 13 damage.
The cards or the dice even favored one side, right? Both sides rolled really well going.
Looks like we're getting into the second game, this first best of 3. Once again, this is the semi-finals, first semi-final match. Inzaghi versus Arc.
Yeah, Arc neutral that at least you like we were wanting him to do. He's got a pretty good starting hand.
Again, it's one copy and he keeps top decking it. I wonder if he's gonna take that line this time.
He's leaving himself open to a really strong opening from Arc side with this dude.
That ramp.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so using Covenant here for the extra 2 dice, those will go to leave in. Of a frog summon, giving Oceanid a nice shield there.
Yeah. I want to see what Inzaghi decides to do. He could choose to send off now, but I think you might want to wait until your opponent moves off of Shenhe. It's very normal for that to happen, but maybe just fire it off now.
He's thinking about it. He's hovering over it.
Yeah.
But, yep, he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, take the more conservative line. You can be very greedy here and kind of get maximum value by waiting until your opponent's starts off. This lets Arc stay on Shenhe and just skill again for the turn, the round. And Giant's Burst is good, but you want to use it a little bit later when either the opposing character to send off. And here we go.
Here we go, Shenhe first coming out. The summon's back on the board, but yeah, Inzaghi has 2 Pyro Dice. They're just waiting to use send off.
Yeah, and Inzaghi almost misclicked there.
There we go. Send off coming down. Oh, look at Arc's expression. Oh, he knows it's doomed. And the Cathedral coming down. Free location from Tubby.
Yeah, as I mentioned, one of the goals of the Electro Charge is to claw back from victory here. You know, we have the Cathedral's going to heal Agent back up to full. And, I mean, this is what the deck does best. You know, the summons are going to deal significant damage to Arc side. You can see him shaking his head. He knows this isn't enough.
There goes Raiden, falling to the piercing damage from Electro Charge. And then George, not quite activating there.
And delaying things definitely was a dangerous, it was kind of a gamble, you know, very much if Arc was off to a quick start and if Inzaghi had not drawn into send off all location cards, that could have really quickly turned the game around. He invested so many resources, but it did end up paying off.
Here we go, Oceanid Burst coming in, the summons on the board giving her just enough damage to take out Chongyun, and Inzaghi takes this second match in the first semifinals best of 3. He's now the victor. Congratulations. We're going to have a nice friendly handshake here. Oh, it's a hug! So we're going to pass to the host real quick for a brief player interview.
All right, that was really amazing at the match, all right? Once again, congratulations to Inzaghi.
It looks like we have the match breakdown on the screen here. So Inzaghi taking the victory with Oceanid, 2 kills, 22 damage. Agent also with his burst getting 1 kill. As for Arc, you know, he definitely fought hard, right? Doing 15 damage, Chongyun doing 10 and taking a kill, Shenhe doing 8, but unfortunately just wasn't enough.
Yeah, the Shenhe number should have been much higher, but again, those send-offs such a big piece to that game and able to really let Inzaghi, I mean, Inzaghi was really behind, I think, in that first round. He had no other good plays except for that double Lieben into Tubby, but I was hoping that his opponent wouldn't be able to punish that, and unfortunately, he drew the right cards needed to kind of come back from that stumble.